this image. When I saw it, I just had to have it. I have no idea who the artist is, so if you know, do let me know in the comments. I have the perfect mould for this project, which I got on TEMU, dead cheap. It's a little bent, but it's fine for what I want to do. Isn't she just divine? She's so beautiful. I want to do so many different projects with her. But for this one, I'm going to be using these cabochons. I have 3 different sizes. You can actually make your own. I've already prepared my resin and I'm using J Addiction 1:1 by volume. This resin is pretty thick. I've mixed it all in my Stoyo mixer and I've put it in my bubble popper as I really don't want any bubbles. I'm going for a clear base. I prepared 540 ml of resin, enough to cover at least a centimetre thick. Go around the edges with a silicone tool to make sure there are no trapped bubbles, then leave it to cure completely. This has cured. I covered it with a box just in case dust particles would fall in. To make things easier, I'm going to cut around the image to make sure it fits inside. Now it's time to colour it in. I'm going in with Liquidex acrylics in golds, bronzes, browns, creams. I'm going to use some acetate to paint on, but you could paint directly onto the resin. I just find it easier to do on acetate. Well, that's what I thought. I just want a small piece, enough to cover her face. Make sure to peel off the protected film before you start painting. This acetate brings a protection seal on both sides. Then hold it down with some tape to secure it in place, as we don't want oopsies. You're going to need a tissue or a cloth, and hopefully you have some good paintbrushes. I really need some. All I have are these cheapos and makeup brushes. I don't have a palette, so I'm going to use my palm. Here goes nothing. I haven't painted in about 30 years, so this is going to be a challenge, especially with my jackhammer hands. I used to paint leather jackets back at uni and college to get extra cash for art materials, and I was good, really good. I paint mainly rock band covers or comics, but unfortunately I've lost the knack and the skill. I would love to get back into painting, but I definitely need good brushes. I will time-lapse the rest. Okay, so painting on acetate is not easy and not the best. The paint just kept gliding off. I haven't done her any justice. She's come out all patchy. Oh well, I guess I really need to practice. For the lips, I want a soft peach tone, so I'm going to use pinks, oranges, browns, golds and blacks. I'm so sorry, my beautiful diva. You're so pretty, and I've just completely crushed it. I don't have time to redo it, so I'll have to continue. Take off the tape and cut around the image. Place the image on top of the cured resin and add a small dab of glue to adhere it. It's time for the cabochons. I'm not going with any particular design, but I do know what I want, more or less. This will be fun. Dab a small amount of glue on the cabochon and begin to place them around the face. You could use stickers if you wanted to. Add different sizes to give it diversity. I will speed the process up so you don't hate me. Okay, I'm happy. I've given her a beautiful big afro fit for a diva that she is. I'm going to use this colour shift acrylic paint to go around the edges. It has a gold undertone, which is perfect. I'm cool with the brush strokes, which will go perfectly with the face. Patchy, you know. Just make sure that it's completely opaque and covered. Don't worry about the in-betweens of where the cabochons are. That we will do later. Leave it to dry completely. This is dry and it's time to prepare the resin. I've prepared 540 ml of J Addiction, which should be enough to cover the whole piece. Again, I'm going with a clear top coat. Spread the resin round the mould and go around the edges with your stirring stick. I'm spraying some isopropyl alcohol on top as I really don't want any bubbles. Then leave it to cure. This has cured and I got bubbles. They're here, everywhere. Oh my God. I could have sworn that there were none when I left it. I'm so crushed, but I know why it happened. I didn't realise that the J Addiction resin was a deep pour, and that is why it was so thick. I should have gone for my Stoya resin, but I'm on my last bottle and I don't know when I'm going to get more. If anyone buys me a coffee or becomes a member, that is where I will invest it in more resin. I think I'm going to cry. I'm going to try and fix some of these bubbles, at least the ones on her face. I'm going to use my Dremel to drill some holes where the bubbles are. At this point, I started to regret it. I just wanted to give up, but I didn't. With a skewer, I picked out the resin dust particles the best I could. This took me ages. Why didn't I just leave it as it was? But hey, at least it was a way to practice fixing bubbles. We need to really clean the resin, so I've sprayed it with isopropyl alcohol to eliminate any dust, because we don't want them under the resin now, do we? I've prepared more resin. This time I'm using my Stoya 1:1 by volume. We don't need much, but enough to cover the whole piece with a thin layer. I'm also poking the bubbles with the skewer, because if I get a bubble in my old bubble, shoot me now, Betty Boo. Leave it to cure and pray to the resin gods. No more surprises. This has cured beautifully, so it's time to demold. The piece is thicker than what I wanted it to be. But luckily, resin isn't very heavy, so I can still hang it. Just gotta find someone to do it. I should have cut the acetate a bit closer to the paint, as it's slightly visible. The edges are a little sharp, which means we need to cut them or sand them down. I'm using a deburring tool to go around the piece, and I'm making a mess of it. I'm laughing so not to cry. If it wasn't because I'm really happy with this project and I know that it's going to look so cute on my wall, I just want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers for joining me on this journey. I've propped her up on 4 tubs so that I can dome her and have clear edges to try and hide my mistakes. Then leave it to cure. This has completely cured, and although it has drips at the back because I didn't use tape to seal it, I'm happy as Larry. Really don't care. I'm going to use the same acrylic paint as before to give the back a background colour. That way, the in-betweens the cabochons will have the same colour so that they are highlighted. Keep watching for the end results. Toodles!